For just as the heavens are higher than the earth, so my ways are higher than your ways, and my thoughts are higher than your thoughts. That's a big statement, and that's exactly why this gets so hard. Because our thoughts are so limited compared to God's. We keep trying to fit Him into our little box, and then we get frustrated when He does not fit, right? Why does God even say this? Why does He let us struggle like this? Why does He let us sit in confusion? Why does He let us go through things we do not understand? Because that's where most of us live. We try to figure God out. We really do. And when we cannot figure Him out, we start asking questions. Then, when the questions do not get answered the way we want, we start pulling back. We start doubting. We start getting frustrated. We quietly resent Him. And it's like, wait, why is it like this? Why not just show me the future? Why not just tell me if this career is going to work? Why not just tell me if this decision is right? He absolutely could do that, but He usually does not. And that's not because He's hiding something for no reason. It's because if we had everything mapped out, we would trust ourselves. We wouldn't need faith anymore. And if God is small enough to fit inside your head, then He is not big enough to save you. Think about that. If I can fully figure you out, then I'm on your level. That's just how it works. But we are not on God's level, not even close. So a lot of us are doing something we do not even realize. We are trying to step into the Creator's place. We are acting like we should be able to understand everything before we trust anything. But that's not humility. True humility is, I am finite. He is not. So there will be things I do not understand. That's just reality. And the sooner we accept this, the sooner you become liberated. Because now I am no longer trying to make God match my understanding. I'm letting God be God, and I'm letting myself be human. If I already understood everything, then I'm not really trusting God. I'm just confirming what I already know. We grumble at God sometimes without even noticing what we're saying. Underneath is this idea.
God, you need to prove yourself to me. You need to fit my standard. You need to make sense to me first.
And that's normal to us, but it's not small. That is pride. That's me putting God under inspection. That's me saying, you are only good if you do things my way. And that's wild, because we're broken people saying the holy God has to meet our terms before we will trust Him. That's backwards. That's why Isaiah is so direct about this. God is basically saying, you don't know my thoughts like that. You don't see everything like that. So stop pretending you do. And that's hard, because we hate not knowing. We hate uncertainty. We want explanation. We want clarity. We want control. But God is not always going to give that. And that doesn't mean He's absent. It means He's God. And the Bible says this clearly in Deuteronomy 29:29. The secret things belong to the Lord our God. Some things are not for us. And honestly, that messes with us because we want every hidden thing opened up. We think being a Christian means we should have answers for everything, like every question should get a clean explanation. But that's not always how God works. Look at Paul. He had a thorn in his flesh and he never even named exactly what it was. And he asked God to remove it. And God said no. So yeah, there are things God purposely leaves unknown. Why? Because if you knew everything, you would lean on yourself. And that's exactly what God is trying to pull us out of. A lot of us are stuck in this place. And that's uncomfortable. I know. But it's also freeing. Because once you stop chasing every answer, you start realizing something better. Jesus is not just giving you answers. He is the answer. Now the question is not, do I know everything? The question is, do I trust the one who does? That's when peace starts to come. So yeah, God is not going to explain every single thing to us, but He is going to be in every single thing with us. And honestly, that's enough.